I don't know, if you've ever felt like the Apostle Paul, like everybody seems to be going in another direction than the one you're going in. That you're just somehow out of sync, out of whack, and everybody's heading somewhere that's different than where you want to go. It's kind of like the story of the older man who was driving down the freeway when his cell phone rang. He answers, and heard his wife urgently saying, "Herman, I just heard the news that there's some idiot driving a car the wrong way on Highway 280, and I think that's the one you're going to go on. Please be careful, Herman." Hazel said, "Herman, it's not just one car. There are hundreds of them." Well, it is easy to be caught up going the wrong way. The path of destruction is easy and many travel it, but it's often those who don't even realize they're going the wrong way. I like to liken this to, if you're up near Stewart, Florida, and you're going on either 95 or the Turnpike, they're parallel. It looks like it doesn't matter which road you're on. They're all going the same direction. The problem is, if you're on the Turnpike and you want to go to New York, you're going to end up in Texas. And if you're on 95 and you want to go to Texas, you're going to end up in New York. This is the thing so much of what sin is like. It seems not a big deal. It seems kind of okay. It seems almost right. But it's taking you in a very wrong direction. But if you want to get on the right path, there are some steps you need to take. And one of the first steps is to come to terms with this thing called forgiveness. Let me give you some examples. The morning of October 2nd, 2006. It was a sunny day in Pennsylvania. The trees in the rural neighborhood were radiant with red and gold leaves. It was a glorious morning. And then Charlie Roberts burst into a one-room Amish schoolhouse in Nickel Mines, Pennsylvania, with a handgun, a 12-gauge shotgun, a rifle, cans of black powder, a stun gun, 2 knives, a toolbox, and restraining devices. Roberts ordered the teacher's aide, and the boys to leave, and he found the 10 remaining girls. He boarded up the windows. He had the girls lined up on the floor near the back blackboard. It looked like he was preparing for a long siege, but the police surrounded that schoolhouse, and Roberts shot all 10 of those girls before killing himself. 5 girls died, and the others were severely wounded. This guy was before seemingly a kind of gentle, quiet man. His wife was somewhat shy. And yet, he was a murderer. He did one of the most heinous deeds that has ever been recorded. On the day of that shooting, a grandfather of one of the murdered Amish girls was heard warning some of the young relatives, "Do not hate the killer. We must not think evil of this man." A Roberts family spokesman said an Amish neighbor comforted the Roberts family for hours after the shooting and extended forgiveness to them. An Amish community member visited the Roberts' widow, parents, and grandparents and prayed with each of them, not only for the girls that were gone, but also for the shooter. One Amish man held Roberts' sobbing father in his arms, reportedly for as long as an hour. The Amish have also set up a charitable trust fund for the family of the shooter, about 30 members of the Amish community went to Roberts' funeral. Marie Roberts, the widow of the killer, was one of the few outsiders who was invited to the funerals of those Amish girls. Marie Roberts wrote an open letter to her Amish neighbors thanking them for their forgiveness, their grace, and their mercy. She wrote, "Your love for our family has helped to provide the healing we so desperately need. Gifts you have given touched our hearts in a way no words could ever express. Your compassion has reached beyond our family, beyond our community. It's changing the world. And for that, I am so thankful and grateful." Forgiveness. There's one of the first steps on that narrow path. Let me give you one more story. Some years ago, the final words of a dying Christian father of 3 fatally shot during a Sunday walk with his family in a Wisconsin trail bridge were, "Forgive the shooter." His wounded wife has revealed. Erin Stoffel, 32, awoke from a coma with a breathing tube in her throat on Tuesday, just 2 days after she and her husband of more than a decade, Jonathan, 33, and their 11-year-old daughter, Olivia, were shot during a random attack on the Trestle Trail Bridge in the city of Menasha. While Erin survived the shooting, Jonathan and Olivia did not. The first thing that grieving mom of 3 did when she awoke in a hospital bed was to write down her late husband's final words. And they were, "Forgive the shooter." It was an emotional scene Friday morning in Emmanuel African American Episcopal Church in Charleston, South Carolina, where mourners gathered to lay flowers and take pictures at the site where 9 worshipers were murdered Wednesday. On that evening, 21-year-old Dylan Roof entered the church where a Bible study was taking place, sent through the meeting, and then opened fire, killing 9 of the people who welcomed him among their group as they studied Scripture together. Among them was a state senator, a high school teacher, a college enrollment counselor. Roof was apprehended Thursday after a motorist recognized him. He was charged Friday morning with 9 counts of murder. Victim's family forgave the suspect. They forgave him. They advised him to repent for his sins and to ask for God's mercy on his soul. One even told Dylan Storm Roof to repent and confess, and then you'll be okay. Relatives of the 9 people shot down during that Bible study session inside their historic black church confronted this 21-year-old suspect Friday during his initial hearing. They described their pain and anger, but also spoke of love. "I forgive you. My family forgives you." And Anthony Thomas, whose relative Myra Thomas was killed, "We would like to take this opportunity to ask you to repent. Do that, and you'll be better off than you are right now, and you will spend eternity with Jesus." You want to start down the narrow path? I'm telling you, the way to start down it is the path of forgiveness. For anyone who has ever done you wrong, recently or in your past, work on that. Think about that. Pray for that. Go for that. And take it. Because that's why Jesus Christ came and died on the cross. For forgiveness. For forgiveness. For you, but also through you to others who have hurt you. You want to walk down the narrow path that leads to the kingdom? The first step is forgiveness. Start with forgiveness right here. We want to say all are welcome in this church. We need to make sure that there are no walls, no boarded up windows, no stairs, no disrespectful glances, nothing but open arms and a big hug and a "we're so glad you're here because God has brought you into our midst. You become our brother, our sister, our very welcome yes, if you feel that there's a wall between you and someone else because of their race, their ethnicity, for whatever reason, I'm telling you right now, that is not of God. God wants you to embrace each other, to love each other, to become one in Christ. Whenever the Apostle Paul went into a new city, he began to preach in the synagogue. And invariably he got thrown out. You know, he was preaching Christ, and they were going to have that go on in their synagogue. Well, in Ephesus, just happened again. There he goes. There goes that Paul, you know, doing that stuff. We heard about him. He comes into these cities and does that. Then he went to Artemis, to the temple of what we call the pagan mystery cults. Well, they wouldn't even let him in there. So he had to rent a hall. And you know what's amazing? Paul rented this hall where the church at Ephesus met for the next 2 years with both Jews and Greeks. The Greeks wouldn't let him in their mystery called temple, and the Jews wouldn't let him in the synagogue, but he said, in this place, everybody's welcome. You all get in. You all get to sense the love and the grace and the mercy and the peace of God in your life. You're all going to have a hope for tomorrow. I'm going to give it all to you because God gave it first to me, and He gave it to me so I would pour it out into the world. It's significant that the church wasn't meeting in that temple, or the temples of the mystery cults, because Jews weren't among them. They weren't allowed in. And it isn't surprising that he couldn't meet in the synagogue because Greeks weren't allowed in there. In our text today, Paul claims that in Christ we've all been made members of one household of God, which consists of Jews and Greeks, people like you and people vastly different than you. When it says that Christ we become a dwelling place for God, that's what the church is. It's a dwelling place for God. It's not necessarily this building, but it's in you, in the people who are this church. You are the dwelling place of God. No dividing walls here. Shouldn't be. There better not be. I don't know a whole lot about construction. My friends from Ohio can testify to that. I don't really know a thing about it, but I do know and I have heard about load-bearing walls and dividing walls. Because it seems like every time I've ever wanted to do anything in my house, I come up against someone saying to me, well, don't you know that's a load-bearing wall? You can't mess with that. The whole thing will fall in if you try to change that. The dividing walls, that's a whole different story. And in the church, Paul's telling us that he's doing away with all the dividing walls, that God has wiped those dividing walls away. And there is only one bearing the load, and that is Jesus Christ. Even the wall that bears the load is taken off the table because Christ bears the load of sin and guilt and shame for all of us. You can't look at somebody and say, oh my gosh, they aren't quite good enough. They aren't the right style. They aren't the right type. They don't say the right things. You can't say that in many ways in the church because there is no divisions here. We reach out to each other in love. We might challenge each other in the way we're thinking and living, but in the end, we are brothers and sisters bound by the blood and the body of Jesus Christ. Religious institutions, I don't think they intend create strangers. They do it accidentally when they try to protect what they believe to be holy. It's kind of like 95 in the turnpike. You know, you don't intend to be on the wrong road, but every now and then you are. So what did great Jewish temple in Jerusalem? It had a wall that kept out the Gentiles. A wall that divided men from women. A wall that separated the inner court from the outer courts. And a great curtain that guarded the Holy of Holies from the profane world. They may have been intent on all these walls to guard the holiness. The effect was the walls created strangers. They created people who were different, who weren't quite good enough. Great Greeks were strangers to the worship conducted by the Jews, and the Jews were strangers to the worship conducted by the Greeks. All were made strangers out of this idea that there are certain things that are holier than people. God sent Christ to fill us up as we were created in the image of God, which makes us, first of all, the potential holy people of God. We just need to have the Spirit and Christ fill us up, and we become all that we need. We don't need to look at anybody and say they're quite good enough, they're quite as good as we are, they're quite what they ought to be. No, we look at other people and we say, oh, thank God you're here. Thank God you were brought here. Thank God you came in the door. Thank God we can worship together. Thank God we can fellowship together. We live in a society that's always been pretty anxious about strangers. Boy, are we feeling it these days. You know, those doggone immigrants coming in here and just sucking up all the extras. Then you got the 1% against the have-nots. You got the ghetto dwellers against the native people. You got all these divisions and people highlighting them and people bringing them up, the liberals and the conservatives. We're always anxious about strangers. And if you're from the north, that sophisticated north, and you hear anybody call himself Bubba, he's considerably not one of us. He is a stranger. He's depicted usually as a large, dumb, bully, slow-talking Southerner who's in the center of all those Southern clans. However, even if we find ourselves in the South, it isn't Bubba we're most anxious about. It's really about the person that's inside us, that scares us, that shows us that we aren't quite good enough, that causes us to try to pretend that we're more than we are, that causes us to try to say, well, at least I'm better than them, that at least I haven't done that. It's that stranger within us that we're worried about getting out, and so we find it so easy to look at other people and call out the differences we have with them. Jesus Christ is saying that I have come to save you completely, totally. The good and the bad, the fullness of you. The part that's so wonderful and good and bubbly and outgoing, but also the part that's dark and fearful and frightening and even scares you of what might happen when you let it go. Jesus Christ didn't come for a divided person. Jesus Christ came for the whole person. When we start to let Christ fill us completely, to understand that we're forgiven for that dark side, and that we're encouraged in that bright side, that Christ loves us, not just one part of us, but the whole of us. Then once we let Christ in, we start to look at other people a lot differently. We start to diminish that idea that somehow they're not as good as us, or they're different from us, or we need to stay away from them. We start to reach out and embrace them and love them and care for them and want them in our lives. They offer so much. They have such rich ideas and so many different ways that we can learn. We keep protecting too often ourselves. This is why I believe Paul's letter to the church in Ephesus might even be a letter to the Lakeside Presbyterian Church in West Palm Beach, Florida. We have a hard time understanding this phrase, living in Christ. That's because we've nurtured some individualistic ideas for a long time. We consider it a right, if not a responsibility, to live our own lives. But in ancient society, people attempted to live into the life of someone who had gone before them. This is why the Gentiles, that's what they were doing in that temple of Artemis, when the many mystery cults, they were trying to conjure up other people and other spirits so that they would fill them up with their own understandings. So when Jesus asked his disciples, The Jews, who do people say that I am? They also were trying to call back out of history. They said, some say Elijah, Elisha, Jeremiah. The people knew the prophets were dead, but they thought Jesus was trying to follow this old practice of somehow living into great lives that had gone before. Your life, Paul would tell us, has already been lived. Your decisions have already been made. Your calling has already been given. Your mortality has already been determined. Your identity has already been established. You are no longer strangers or alien, Gentile or Jew, immigrant, citizen, male, female, black, white, gay, straight. You are all one. And if somebody's veered off the path of righteousness, we are called to put them on it. We're not called to push them away. We are called to bring them in, to help them understand what God requires from them. That's because the Holy Spirit has adopted you into the Son's relationship with the Father. You are now the beloved of the Father, and He loves all of you. All of you. All the sins that you've done, all the mistakes you've made, all the past, all the harm, all the challenge, all the tears, Jesus Christ loves all of you. He loves the bubbly personality, the one that is expressed out so often in the world. He loves it all, and He wants it all. The full load. Now with the Apostle Paul, you can say, it is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives within me. That's what I want to preach to you. It's really what I want to preach to you. And this church will have a power that you could never even begin to imagine. Let us pray. Nothing, O God, is as heavy as the human heart, unless Christ is buried with full love. We give our hearts and our lives to Him. For it's in His name